What's good, YouTube? Hey, we're back in the reaction. So today we're gonna be reacting to comparing basketball YouTubers to NBA players, featuring Flight, Cash Nasty, and more. If you guys are new to this channel, it would be appreciated if you guys do like and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so whenever we make new videos, you guys will be able to get them early. Also, we're also trying to hit on 100,000 subscribers next year before Christmas. So if you guys do want to help out with that, also go watch my other YouTube videos that we put out yesterday. It would be appreciated. And let's get right into the video.
Today I'm back with a new video, and today I'm going to be comparing basketball YouTubers to NBA players. This is pretty self-explanatory, and I feel like a lot of you guys are going to enjoy this one. For this video, I will be pretty much comparing about 20 plus YouTube hoopers, regardless of their skills, to NBA players who I think they resemble.
I'm not even gonna cap. Flight has the worst jump shot ever. Flight has the worst jump shot in history. Worse than NBA players, worse than Shaq's free throw shot. If you've reacted to Flight, he has the worst shot ever.
The best. This will obviously be based on playstyles and how good these people are in all aspects of basketball. Also, this video will be determined by how good these YouTubers are currently, as it helps me visualize their skill level as of today. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, there's no better way to start this video than when Devontae Friga. I mean, the guy probably had the most impact on the community this year.
That's crazy dumb.
NBA players 1v1 or successfully doing Frigness. With that in mind, considering how good he's gotten as a player, I'm comparing Devontae Friga to Devin Booker. In my opinion,
he plays like Devin Booker. See, I do see that, but he's comparing. I know he's comparing YouTubers to NBA players, but he'll never be better than Devin Booker. He's not even close to Devin Booker. He's not even, that guy is not even in the NBA, but he is a famous YouTuber.
and this is really spot on. Their offensive arsenals are really smooth and both can be reliable in the final seconds. I mean, to go even further, these two have deadly dribble combos, have similar shooting forms, are elite finishers, and can get in that zone whenever they want to. Also, both Friga and Booker can get really petty and disrespectful at times, which makes this comparison pretty accurate. Now, coming up next, we got the one and only Marcellus Howard. As mentioned in all of my videos, we know how skilled this man is. I mean, he's played college basketball at the highest level. The guy is super quick, has great pace, knows when to make the right pass, and just like Friga, can get in the zone whenever he wants to.
I've watched him
before. Marcellus kind of reminds me a ton of Mike Conley. Not only are they both lefties too, but they literally have similar movements on the floor. Both have that killer crossover, can get to the cup with ease, finish through tough coverages, and shoot from downtown. I know some may compare Cell to Isaiah Thomas instead, but I feel like Cell is more of a pass-first type point guard and not as ball-dominant. Also, Cell has more similar defensive tactics to a guy like Conley, so yeah, pretty reasonable comparison in my opinion. Next up, we got Cash Nasty. Even though this year hasn't been quite the best for him, he's still a decent basketball player.
Hey, by the way, Cash Nasty's finally shaved his beard. If you guys do want to go check out that video, go in my channel, and you guys will be able to see me reacting to him shaving his beard.
We know that he's a defensive first type player that takes pride on hustling. He doesn't focus on doing the fancy stuff and instead likes to do the little things. He likes to get in his opponent's head mainly and do whatever it takes to win. Also, when he has the proper form, he could hit that top of the key three-pointer or even a wing three-pointer at times. With that in mind, there's no better comparison for Cash than Patrick Beverley. I know Cash may be tired of this comparison, but year after year, it keeps being more and more accurate. I mean, both are literally pesky defenders and share the same goal of testing their opponent's mental side of things.
Beverley
both are
all the way,
not the most talented as well, and could have disappointing moments like Cash did in the HOH tournament and Beverley with the Lakers so far. However, when they're both focused and know what they're doing, they can hit the occasional three as well, and getting altercations if they need to. Moving on, we got the sharpshooter himself, B. Ellis. It's crazy to see the amount of growth that he's shown this year alone, and there's a reason why he's a coach. Dude knows a ton about the game of basketball, especially the fundamentals. When he's on the floor, he's an incredible shot maker and can hit some crazy contested shots. Not only that, but he can read the opponents well on defense and facilitate. With that in mind, I'm comparing B. Ellis to Brandon Jennings. If you're an OG NBA fan, you know how good Jennings was before injuries. Back when he was in Milwaukee, this dude literally played like B. Ellis does
He
right
did play
now.
for
Insane
Milwaukee.
shot making, have similar moves in their arsenal, and are just exciting to watch. They both really know how to break ankles too, and it's just crazy to see how similar
That
these
was
two are.
nice.
Up next, we got FTC, aka Flight Reacts. Obviously, we know Flight is not the most
Flight's
talented hooper at
horrible.
all. In fact, he's probably at the bottom when it comes to basketball. Year after year, Flight just somehow becomes worse and worse as a basketball player. He's still taking horrible shots, airballing about 3 times a game, missing layups, and getting cooked on defense. With that in mind, my comparison for
Oh
Flight is the one and
my.
only Marcellus Huertas. Now, if you're watching Flight,
Flight's horrible, bro. Flight is horrible. He's the worst basketball player I've ever seen play
you
basketball.
probably don't even know who this guy is, and you probably call him a nobody right now, but he really does play like you. Huertas has really bad shot selection like Fly, can sometimes do smart plays, and also does this dumb football move on defense. Honestly, I really can't believe I found someone doing this in the league, and well, that's why Huertas has been out of the NBA for a minute. All jokes aside though, when both Flight and Huertas are focused, they both have similar playmaking styles, can finish acrobatically once in a while, and can hit that three-pointer when they're open. Both also hustle a ton for loose balls despite not being the most talented, which is respect. Overall, this is just too good of a comparison to not mention in this video. Next up, we got Devin in the lab. We all know that he's among the best in the community, as he personally made the top 2 in my top 50 YouTube basketball list. I mean, the guy's a professional trainer and just knows how to play the right way. Dude has one of the best hesitation moves that I've ever seen, and
Oh
one of the most
my.
consistent jumpers in the community. Also, he's a great passer and very unselfish in a team setting game. With that in mind, Dev's comparison is Chris Paul. Even though both are not the tallest at all, they can still get
Chris
the
Paul's
job
so
done
good.
every single night.
Chris
They're
Paul's so
incredible
good.
floor generals, have insane
He's such a
handles,
good
which
player.
can sometimes lead to ankle breakers, and
Yeah.
love that mid-range shot. Up next, we got J-Lu. As we all know, he's one of the newest hoopers in the community, but he has popped off thanks to his insane basketball skill. He's by many people considered the shiftiest hooper right now. Just like Dev, he has a crazy hezzy, can shoot from outside, and finish nicely with his inside hand. Overall, he has a ton of sauce on the court, which leads to the comparison of Jamal Crawford. Honestly, this was probably the most accurate comparison.
He
in
looks
this
like
video.
him too.
I mean, like I said, both have insane handles that'll make someone leave the gym, have that shake and bake in their arsenals, and also have similar set points in their.
I'm not even got, but he's comparing to everyone, and all of them, they all look like the same YouTube. They look like the same YouTube, except Flight. Flight doesn't have a match. He doesn't, but he does play like that guy.
Their shots. Now moving on, we got YPK Ray. Just like J-Lu, he's also one of the newest hoopers and he's super nice at basketball. He's by far the fastest player in the community and also one of the most athletic that we've seen. I mean, there's a reason why he absolutely destroyed everyone in the HOH tournament. He's an incredible finisher at the rim and can even dunk as well. With that in mind, YPK reminds me a ton of Bulls Derrick Rose from back in the day.
Okay.
Even though he isn't as athletic as him obviously, YPK still has the same offensive scheme as Derrick Rose. They're both finished first type players on offense who can also play
Derrick Rose
in
is
that
such a good
mid-range
player.
jumper when it's needed. Next up, we got Nas. Some people watching this may be unfamiliar with his game, but man, Nas is super tough. He's appeared in a ton of Wild Hunt videos and he's probably the most complete player in the community. He's a two-way athlete that can score in many ways. He doesn't rush his moves at all and knows where to be at all times. With that in mind, my comparison for Nas is no other than Anthony Edwards. This shouldn't be a surprise to anyone as Edwards is also a super big guard. Him and Nas pretty much have similar offensive styles and are super athletic. They can really put on a show at any time, and I would love a collaboration one day between these two. Now moving on, we got Slim. Of course, he's mostly known for being an athletic freak. Dude can pull off some wild dunks and put on a show for the crowd. However, he's not just a dunker. He also can shoot pretty well from downtown and can block shots with his high jumps. With that in mind, my comparison for Slim is Kelly Oubre. Not only do these two kind of look alike, but both are super athletic. They have similar dunking mechanics and love those tomahawk dunks to be exact. This is also spot on due to the fact that they can both heat up from 3 whenever they want to. We've seen Oubre have these random nights of knocking down 5+ threes, which Slim could pull off occasionally. Next up, we got Ryan the Crash Dummy. Obviously, we know that Crash is mostly known for his defense. Due to his active hands and fast feet, he can make a lot of great contests and give you nightmares. However, he's also a pretty good shooter, especially from the top of the key. He can finish pretty well inside if that's not available, and likes to use his strength to his advantage. Therefore, I'm comparing Crash to Marcus Smart. I mean, they're both elite defenders that love to trash talk. Also, they can knock down threes consistently and help you win games. If Ryan just trained on a consistent basis, I really wonder how better he could be. Up next, we got the big hooligan, Chris White. Now, Chris is also someone that improved tremendously from the first time that we've seen him. I mean, back then, he was mainly just a post scorer that will give you some energy. However, he's more than just that right now. Not only can he move,
he's gonna play like
he can also shoot and handle the ball.
He's gonna be as a Jokic. Watch, Jokic. I'm gonna guess Jokic.
Like a guard. That right there helps him to facilitate as a point center, which leads me to the comparison of DeMarcus Cousins.
Ooh,
obviously, we know Boogie has sadly fallen off recently due to injuries, but back then, he really had that hooligan vibe that Chris White has. He could shoot, get physical in the post, and handle the ball when needed. You really cannot convince me otherwise that these two do not play alike, and I'm happy to see the progress from Chris White. Next up, we got Emili. Of course, he's one of the craftiest guards in the community. He can hit really tough shots, has a deep bag, and loves to facilitate for his teammates. Also, Emili can really heat up once he is in that zone, which leads me to the comparison of Kemba Walker. Just like Boogie, Kemba has sadly not been the same player these past few years, but during his Hornets days, he really had that Emili offensive playstyle. When healthy, both have that deadly crossover, a smooth yet similar jump shot, and also showcase great passing skills. All of this combined really makes these two extremely fun to watch. Now moving on to one of the last breakdowns in this video, we got my man Uncle Scoop. This guy is another upcoming YouTuber in the scene, and let's just say that he's really on another level. Scoop can shoot, finish incredibly at the basket, and give you that dog on defense. He's among the most physical and most skilled players in the community. Therefore, I'm comparing Scoop to John Wall, who literally plays just like him. I mean, they both have the same exact jump shot.
The sucky thing about John Wall, he's hurt right now.
Have similar finishing habits and are super aggressive on defense. Also, both can get in your head easily, making this comparison pretty spot on. Now, to finish out this video, we got Cam So Smooth. Of course, we know Cam as also one of the most skilled players in the community. Really well-rounded guard that can finish through contact and shoot pretty well. He's super explosive as a whole, which leads me to the comparison of Ja Morant. Like I said, Cam is an athletic talent just like Ja. Also, both are streaky shooters that could create for others. Overall, it's crazy how much the future holds for both of these guys. Now, I just completed about 16 player comparisons, and I hope that you guys have agreed for the most part. However, I still left quite a few people out. Therefore, I'm going to get some honorable mentions real quick and mention 16 additional comparisons. For Rudy Kill, I'm comparing him to Jamal Murray. For Scar, I'm comparing him to Darren Williams. For TJ's, Kyrie Irving. For Fambi, Jaylen Brown. For Will Tuning, James Harden. For Moon, Tyrese Maxey. For Duke Skywalker, Jeremy Grant. For Bionic Brooks, Blake Griffin. For Ty Glover, Michael Porter Jr. For Diesel, DeMar DeRozan. For Nathan, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. For Pontos, Domantas Sabonis. For D. Allen, Kawhi. For Malcolm, Kevin Porter Jr. For D-Bones, Bradley Beal, and last but not least, Jay Jones for Drew Holiday. And that pretty much concludes this video. What do you guys think of these NBA comparisons? Do you think they're accurate?
I do like that. I do.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this video.
Definitely the one that had Shaw.
You know when I upload
I like that
banger.
one.
I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.
Hey, appreciate everyone for watching the video. If you guys are new, it would be appreciated if you guys like and subscribe. There will be 2 videos popping up right here somewhere. So if you guys do want to go watch those, it would be appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.